In today's video, I'm going to cover and show you how to properly use a bow stringer to string your bow, and I'm also going to give you a few tips if you're a short archer or a youth archer out there on how to make it a bit easier for you to string your bow with a bow stringer. For those of you that are new here, my name is Jake Kaminsky. I'm a two-time Olympic silver medalist in the sport of archery. I'm working to make this channel a great resource to all types of archery, from form to tuning, strength training, mental training, you name it. So if you haven't yet, hit that subscription button and the notification bell. That way you're notified every time a new video is uploaded. I'm pumping out a lot of content lately, and you don't want to miss out on what I've got coming out. You're watching the Jake Kaminsky YouTube channel. So I haven't done a video yet on how to properly string your bow using a bow stringer, so I figured I'd do it. And I was thinking about it, and I see a lot of really short people or adults that are stringing their bows for their kids, and they're really struggling. So I figured I'd show you guys how to do it the easiest way, the safest way, and include some tips for some short people out there. So in general, a bow stringer is just a string with two caps, and some are different. This one's different. You actually hook the upper one onto the belly of the limb here. Some use these caps where it leaves the tips exposed. They both work in the same way and both essentially do the same job. This is just one that I have laying around, so I'm going to show you how to use this style. The other one is absolutely applicable to how you do this. So when you're stringing your bow with this type, where it actually has to go on the belly of the limb, you will want to start with setting the top one up first. You take the loop, and you can see the loop on the end here. It goes through the limb tip and past where the string is sitting on the limb belly. And then you make sure that it is seated on the actual limb itself, just like that. And then you take the bottom one and you make sure that the loop in the string is not looped at all around this bowstring. And then you hook the cap onto it after making sure your string is properly in the groove as it should be on the bottom. Also, this is the newest, latest, greatest win. This is the Radical Pro with the MXT limbs. I've done a review on this bow, so if you haven't seen that yet, there's a link in the description below, plus I'll put a card up at the top here. And after this video, I'm going to actually go and shoot it, so it'll be a second part to that coming out real soon. Okay, so now is basically what happens is you step on this red string, which is the stringer. Yours may not be red, but mine is. And then you pull the bow up like this, and it will bend your limbs like you are pulling it back, enough for you to slip your string into the groove itself. What you want to do is you want to hold onto the grip and pull from the grip. Don't pull from the sight window or anything like that. And just pull up nice and straight. And what you want to do is, ideally, I would not look at the limb tip, just in case something were to happen. You don't want to accidentally, inadvertently lose your eye when something happens. You never know. Safety first. So I wouldn't look at the limb tip, but I would make sure you are feeling to make sure the string is going into the groove. Now, the tip that I have for short people is to use both feet on the stringer. Many people will just put it one foot into the loop, and then when they are pulling the bow back to go to actually hook the loop on the string, what they do is they have to pull the bow up so high that it gets really uncomfortable. This one is a proper length. It's nice and short. Some of the other ones out there are really long. This is a 72-inch or a 70-inch bow, so it's long to begin with. If I had a really short bow, it'd be more difficult. So the tip for short people is to use 2 feet and stand with them relatively wide apart. What that's going to do is it's going to effectively shorten your stringer up so you don't have to pull it up as high and be as uncomfortable. So I actually had to move outside because there wasn't enough room in my office there, but basically what I was saying is, if you hold it like this with your hand on the bottom side of the limb, and you're going to stand on your stringer, and you just stand upright, and you slide the string onto the groove and feel it and make sure it's there, and then let it down. Nice and easy. The stringer is, again, very, very short, so I don't have to worry about standing wide. But what I was essentially suggesting is to use 2 feet like this on the stringer, and then now it's really low to the ground, which is much easier for people who are a bit shorter. Thanks for watching, and thank you to my Patreon supporters. If you want to become a Patreon supporter or check out books, apparel, and some seminar info, head to jkaminsky.com, and be sure to hit that subscribe button and the notification bell to be notified every time a new video is uploaded. And I appreciate you watching. Thank you again.